Alright everybody, good afternoon, It's your boy Sunny B, reporting here from Galesburg, Michigan. And so we're started our YouTube channel. Well, this is the same YouTube channel I've had for about 5 years. But what we're doing now is we're going to focus on trying to obviously get monetized so we can get some of that good YouTube money that they keep giving out to everybody. And I'd like some of that good YouTube money. But we need 1,000 subscribers and we need like 4,000 hours of content. I don't know how I'll build up all that content, so I guess we gotta start right now. So look, we got 35 seconds of content in. Yay! Alright, enough of the silliness. No, it's very hard for me to say enough of the silliness. If you know me, it's silly all the time around me. But we're gonna try and broach a serious subject in regards to climate change. Now, if you recall my video on my Instagram page, I am not going to try and force a certain narrative. I am going to just display as much information as possible, and then you folks can make up your own minds. Process the data that I give you, the information that I give you, and see what you can come up with. And please, please, please do some research, talk to people, understand how it affects every single thing on the planet. So with that being said, we're going to start talking about land-based animals and insects. And if those certain animals and insects are lost due to climate change, are they moved to someplace cooler to avoid the heat, then there is a problem there, because those particular insects and animals have a very important role in the entire environment, and that's how it stands right now. So the other day I had posted some stuff, the importance of bees. Now I'm sure a lot of people have heard how important the bees are with pollination and all, especially when it comes to almost everything we have in the markets, vegetables wise. Now there is a device where you can self-pollinate certain items, but from what I understand, it's a time consuming process, and it's also expensive. So it's obviously easier for most farmers in the world to just let the bees pollinate everything that they pollinate. So with that being said, I would really like you folks to go to the YouTube links that I placed in the description below. And if I didn't do it right, I'll try and place some pictures on my Instagram until I get to the tutorial to understand how to put links in the description below. But I'm just really trying hard to put some content together for the YouTube channel. And I also want to try and put out really good information. I don't want to put out any disinformation or fake news. But to do so, I think I got to put it all together and let you folks make your decision, because I don't think that would be appropriate for me to do so. I think that's what the problem is with a lot of the media outlets. They're forcing one certain narrative, and I don't want to do that. I'm not no journalist. I mean, everybody knows I only have really a formal 3rd grade education. Everything else I've learned on my own. And that's the truth. That's the God's honest truth. There's no denying the fact that, you know, I didn't go to public school past the 3rd grade. You won't find any record of me in any public school after that. And it's sad. Yes, I'll grant it, it's sad, but I think I've learned probably a little bit more from forcing myself to learn than being forced to learn. Can you dig it? Okay, so we got about 4 minutes of content in. That's good. And as you know, it's my bike path here in Galesburg. And let's see, so today we're going to continue talking about the importance of bees, but I'm also going to incorporate the importance of squirrels. So let's take a look. How do you think all these trees got here? Who planted all those trees? Well, here's a little fact for you. Maybe you knew, maybe you didn't know. I'll just pass it along. That a squirrel only goes back to gather up 80% of the nuts that is buried in the winter. So when they bury those acorn nuts, they only usually go back for 80% of them. So the 20% they don't come back to are, guess what? Trees and plants and all sorts of good stuff like that. So they are planting stuff all the time. And I don't know if they just forget about that 20%, that they just don't remember where they buried it. But I like to think that it's part of the process. I think they must have some sort of understanding to continue the food chain going for themselves, that they don't dig up all the acorns that they bury, because then obviously the tree will grow and more acorns will fall from that tree and it'll feed the next generation of squirrels. So that's something important. I'll put some links for that stuff in the description below. But I just wanted to get on the YouTube and start talking about it. Is it important? Like I said, I'll have to leave that up to you folks. If you decide if it's important or not on your own, that's how you figure it out. I'm not going to control it or push it in any certain way. And if I do, please comment. Let me know if I'm making any of those types of mistakes when it comes to my initial mission statement. Not forcing a narrative. Really don't want to do that. And let's see what else we're going to talk about today. Oh, maybe we'll talk about the importance of snakes. Ooh, Sonny, what are you talking about? Snakes. Yes, snakes. Very important thing. I know, they're evil, they're serpents, whatever you want to call them, but they also have a very important part to play in the ecosystem. So I will get that stuff for you folks today, and I'll post it on there. And if you want, you can go to my Instagram page where I have other stuff that I talk about in regards to the climate change and certain descriptions of certain YouTube videos that I found very interesting and very informative. And if you want to look through those, you can. And then, of course, YouTube will start throwing you recommendations for other ones on the channel as the algorithm goes on and on. So just keep yourselves informed. That's all I can say. And hopefully everything will be okay. And pray for those people who are hit by the second hurricane in 6 weeks in Lake Charles, Louisiana, throughout that whole region, from Texas to Louisiana up to Mississippi, into Memphis, Tennessee, and pretty bad out there. Let's just hope and pray that they're all good. I know that was bad. That first hurricane they had 6 weeks ago was awful, and then they get hit again with one almost the same severity. But from what I understand, a lot of people who obviously couldn't live in the houses they were living in 6 weeks ago because of that first hurricane moved out and were already evacuated. But they did go back to their houses and try and secure it. So this hurricane that just came up, this new one, didn't destroy all their rest of what was left. So I guess after the storm clears up, the people find out. So this is your boy Sonny B, Nature Man. Just hoping you all have a great day and enjoy your little weekends. Keep up with my YouTube channel. I'm going to post a lot of stuff over the next few days. And I love you guys. Bye.